Go.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
This is Robert.
This is Alicia.
And this is our week 4 of our Level 1 Charleston class for Winter Session B. So,
today we went over a lot of material, and the first thing that we did was review our turns, the hand-to-hand turns. So we will go over fairly quickly, but we want to remind you how they look like.
Yep. So just real quick, a quick demo. Get into hand-to-hand, and then the turn. You can also go the other way.
Right, and this week we explain it a little bit, but we just only highlight important things, like for example, what is actually stopping us in other types of movement from turning, right? And in that case, what we said is that normally we are just keeping this connection here, but during the turns, this connection disappears, and that's actually what is leading to lead and follow to go into the turns, right?
Yeah. So the only reason we stop is because at a certain point we can't really comfortably turn anymore. So if you never want to let your arm go behind you, you always want it at your side. So about here, you can't really stay connected, so you tend to stop and turn back, okay? But as a lead, if I deliberately let go, then we should both just keep rotating, right? So you have and you just reconnect.
Right. And we also talk about this idea follows that by default, we have to have the inertia of turning, right? And if, for example, we have this hand here, we cannot turn. But if the hand disappears, we go for a turn, and here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we highlighted, right?
So from there, we moved on to some new stuff. So we started with our basic hand-to-hand Charleston again, right? And then we introduced the cross-hand hold. So now we're going different directions. And I think for follows, it's all pretty easy, right?
That's right. So we follows are going to be lacking in this movement and the next one because we just keep doing the basics that we have been doing in the hand-to-hand. But for leads, it gets a little bit tricky, right? Over?
Yes, exactly. So think of it leads like forward. You're facing forward. And then when you're doing your hand-to-hand, do ba-da, and boom. Now we're facing backward. So whenever I'm facing backward, I have the option of flipping the orientation so Alicia and I don't match. And the only way to do that, the easiest way, is instead of a double kick step, I throw in a rock step. So it's kick, rock step, a double kick step. Okay? So all I'm doing is I'm delaying my footwork 4 beats, at which point Alicia is halfway through, so she's faced the other way.
Right.
Okay.
And we also highlight here that follows, we are actually not matching our partner anymore, so we are just kicking in opposite direction. So you have to keep the movement going, right, and be independent.
Yeah. So once again, I'm just adding 4 beats, right? So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am back where I ended up, but Alicia has passed me. Okay?
That's right.
And that's how we get out of it too. So if we're mismatched, I have to wait until I'm facing backwards again to do the same thing. Kick, rock step, a double kick, and then I can bring it back in line. So we're facing the same direction.
Right, and we show that you can come back to the open position and keep on going with the hand-to-hand,
Right.
or we can definitely close it up and be back to the basic position to do a 30s basic.
Yep, so I can tie it up however I want. After that,
we did the cross
kicks. Yep.
Steps, right.
So this is another move where the leads, you're doing all the hard work. And
right, follows we are just kind of keeping, we stick to the basic, but here we are going to change a little bit the direction along which we are moving. So we are normally moving back and forth, and in this kind of movement we are going to be through a line, side to side.
Yeah. So just what it looks like. This is all we're doing. So we started, let's face this way. we started just doing the basic footwork. We both start with our right foot.
Yeah.
So we did a rock, step, cross, and this is the pattern you're going to do with your partner. And you can see if you slowly come together.
Here we are.
That's the only move we're doing. Another variation is a kick step. Same thing.
Yeah, it involves a little bit more work, but it's basically the same idea.
Okay? So leads, you have to make an adjustment because the only way this works is if both of us take our rock step with our right foot, and leads you usually use your left foot. So the trick is to adjust your Charleston. So instead of your normal rock, step, kick, double, kick, step, where my left foot is free, the first half is the same, bop, bop, kick, step. But normally I do a kick and kick, step. Instead, I'm going to do a kick and step, step. So now my right foot is free, just like Alethea.
We have both the right foot ready.
Yep. So just to see that side by side for leads, normal it is a rock, step, kick, double kick, then a rock, step, kick, kick, and step, step, boom. I've made my right foot free. And from that, instead of rock stepping straight back, I'm at a diagonal. Rock, step, hold, back and across, Okay?
That's right.
Yep. And so the way that I lead this is by just thinking of myself moving sideways, and I let my partner move with me.
That's right. So follows here, it's important that you really feel the hand in your back, and you kind of are paying attention to these changes in the direction. So we're not going back and forth anymore, we're just going side by side.
Yeah. So leads to get out of this, it's the same pattern. I want to add extra steps so that my left foot lines up with my partner's right foot so we can get back to basic. So normally I bop, bop, boop, do bop, bop. So anytime my left foot would cross, if I want to get out of this, I don't do that. I let it hang out. So you can see normally, step and cross, hold, step and cross, hold, step and cross. If I want to get out of it, I just waste 2 counts. Bop, 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 1, 2, rock, step, boop, do ba da ba 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 ba.
And the same with follows have to do something similar but a little bit different. We also are hanging our inside foot a little bit 2 counts, but we are just kind of resetting and coming back to the basic with our left. Okay? So we have a similar roll.
You're right, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, my right. Just to reset and come back to my basic.
Gotcha. So for leads, just on your own, normally it's rock, step, cross, bop, bop, bop. If I want to get out of it, rock, step, cross, rock, step, 1, 2, rock, step, boop, do ba da ba da ba.
And you can see follows from my back that at some point I cross my left in front of the right because I thought that, well, we are still in the lines, right, like side by side, but then I feel the change in the direction. And that's what it's telling me, hey, you have to rock a step back so you don't go sideways anymore. Okay? That's the trick.
So I think we're going to review this more next week.
Definitely, but just we only wanted to throw that to you.
Yeah, we've got some fun stuff, including we're going to revisit finally 20s Charleston, which we used to start this session.
And like that, we're going to wrap up the whole session of Charleston, and we hope to see you next week.
That sounds great.
Please come. Bye-bye.
Good night.